This kind of quick and short, and I'm going to read off what I wrote because today I've decided to finally write what I feel, also things I've observed, um, because I tend to like go off track when I talk, and it's about time that I need to tone that down, like, especially when I need to eat, when I need to live life outside of my YouTube or my YouTube channel, which I notice is growing. Thank you everyone for subscribing. For those of you that understand where I'm coming from, I was talking actually to my partner because I was just talking more so in regards to my overall sentiments. I find that a lot of people might, see my delivery as rather hateful or pointing fingers. Everyone can interpret it however they please. That's your right, naturally. But I will say this much: I find that one thing that I've observed in communities of color is communities of color have always been targeted, have always been told what they're doing wrong, but I've never seen that type of energy for the white community, right? The white community can never do any wrong. And it's about time that we keep the white community accountable. I see a lot of white people all the time, just being silent observers, people that, when a Black or brown person is being targeted, they do absolutely nothing because that has nothing to do with them, right? And you always see a Black or brown person come to another Black or brown person's rescue. And we appreciate that solidarity. We appreciate that we actually can stay connected naturally, not all the time, but when I speak on experiences that I've had, I can say without a doubt, without a question, the Black community always stood up for me. I've always seen them stand up for me, period. Have I ever seen a white person stand up for me? I think crickets, literally. It's so sad, and it's I think it's really crazy how the Latino community, as a Latina myself, has gone, has been so blatant about, oh, we need Black support, we need the Black community to come save us. But we as communities of color, especially from other communities, need to stand up for ourselves. It's about time that we stop standing down and we stop being silent and we stop being complacent to the racism, to the hate that not only our communities have been receiving, but to other communities of color, including the Black community. There's a lot of colorism, racism, when it's time to showcase that, the Latino community unfortunately has been very, not all the time, but I've definitely caught conversations, have had, individuals say very colorist or even racist, just downright racist things within the Latino community. And how can we now say we want the Black community to support us when we don't even support them, uplift them? It just doesn't make sense. So we have to stand together in solidarity. We need to stop being hypocritical and we need to take accountability for ourselves. We're the only ones that are going to be able to propel our communities forward. Yes, our communities have, although they've been here for so long, I feel like now the immigrant communities are starting to wake up, realize a lot of things, and thank you, finally, which is great because I feel that there will be a lot of momentum moving forward and in the future. But, the Black community started somewhere. They started by advocating for themselves, advocating also for the communities of color. We are able to come into the benefits that exist nowadays in terms of like the rights that we have, the ability to even vote because of the Black community. And therefore, I don't understand why we are not thanking them and allowing them to rest. I've seen that a lot on YouTube where it's like the Black community saying they're resting. Good for you. I uphold you. I really, I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and the small things that I'm doing in order to support the Black community is by ensuring that I'm subscribing, I'm watching, I'm following a lot of just Black content creators, the Black community, because I want to see not only the Black community, but the brown community grow. And I believe that, we can put money in our pockets. We can continue to propel our communities forward by ensuring that we're supporting them with our views, with our efforts. And naturally, we're not always going to be right. We're not going to always have everything right No one does. Humanity is flawed and imperfect. But one thing I know is that I want the Black and brown community to build themselves, not only here in the West, because naturally a lot of people are also leaving the West or saying, no, I want to go back to, where I'm from. I want to build my people up. And that's amazing. And that's actually my low-key dream. But, we have to build our communities wherever we're at, and whatever we have to do, we do. So naturally, that is my small effort. That is my small advocacy, but I'm also on here sharing my sentiments, my feelings. And I hope that more of the Latino community, more of the other communities that, the South Asian community, the Arab community, we can come together in solidarity, stand together with the Black community, stand together with one another, and not put one another down, but uplift one another, because that is really how we're going to change, the tomorrow. We're making the next generation's lives better, easier for them, and knowing that they can live in a world and in a society where they are welcomed, where they're loved, where they're appreciated, where they are valued, and where they're not looked at because they might have a different skin tone, because they might have a different religion. That should not exist. And unfortunately, in today's day in the West, that is very much normalized, and we don't talk about it. We should talk about it, and we should vocalize. We should make our experiences known. It's our experiences, not your experience, not the experience of those that are of European descent, not of the experience of those that are white or white adjacent, right? It's our experience, and we can speak up. So that's about it. All right, take care.